Hey everybody, Shep here. Well, today I'm going to show off a bad side of homesteading. So, you've seen some of my videos and I've shown, the garden doing really well, and I've showed the new tiller that I got, the positive things. Well, sometimes, unfortunately, there's a negative thing, such as this here, which is my little corn plot where I planted my field corn, and I shot some video of me fertilizing and disking and planting, and I've been kind of planning on putting that out under the assumption that the corn did well, but unfortunately it has gotten pretty much just drowned it out. So I knew when I planted it that there was a good chance of rain the next day. I knew that when I planted it. I thought I'd roll the dice because last time they said that it was gonna rain when I planted my other garden. Then it didn't end up doing anything, and it was like really great growing conditions for a week or so. So yeah, so I planted this on the 31st, which is Tuesday. On the Wednesday, it rained like an inch, and then since then, earlier this week we had like another almost inch and a half of rain. So it was just not ideal conditions. And I know from gardening and stuff here in previous years, if it doesn't come out of the ground before it gets rained on, it's probably at least a heavy rain. If it doesn't get out of the ground before it gets a heavy rain on it, it's probably not going to come up. And really, for the most part, I mean, I don't even know what percentage. It's been, a week and a half since I planted it. Normally, by 4 days, it's starting to come up. Definitely by 5 or 6 days, within a week, all that's going to come up is up. So, and really, the only, like, here's one here, and there's just very, very few here and there. Weeds are starting to take over, but the only row that did very good at all was this first row, because it's looking at the way the ground lays. These 2 rows, actually, that one, some came up in it. These first 2 rows are the highest. The rest of them are a lot lower, especially at that end. I didn't even go look at that end because that's the wet end. So it's probably nothing really came up. But unfortunately, these ones that did come up look great. It's just unfortunate that more of them didn't. So with this, I've just decided that it's gonna get worked up and I'm gonna replant. I don't like doing that. I've never had to replant as much as this is, but that's a good thing about planting open pollinated seed that I've saved, is I can do that. The only downside to that is, it's when I planted this, I had a little bit of seed left over from last year that I bought, and then on some select ears, I saved seeds from them, and I, for the most part, selected flat kernels in the middle of the ears. So now when I go get some corn out of my bin, it's just going to be rounds and flats, and I'm just going to have to use a bigger plate that'll kind of plant all of it. So it'll probably plant heavy, but I mean, I can go in and thin it out if it's too bad. But that's the only downside to it. So yeah, I'm going to be replanting this. So I just wanted to show kind of some of the not so good stuff about homesteading, because it's not all easy and fun, unfortunately. I also planted sorghum the same day. Now it came up better. I planted 6 rows of it, which sorghum looks a lot like corn when it comes up. It's just a lot littler, and it's planted closer together. But I It came up all right, not as good as I would have liked to have seen it, but 2 of the rows practically didn't come up at all. These 2, once again, where it lays wetter, didn't come up at all. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and work that up too and replant it. It's open pollinated too. I've got seeds from last year, so why not do it? It ain't at this point too late. Another reason I'm thinking about it is because today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow there's like a chance of rain, and then next week it's going to get hot and there's not any chances of rain for a while. So hopefully I have some good weather where I can work this, get it dried up good, plant it, and then have several days before it rains again. So hopefully it can get out of the ground. And then I'm going to work all this up because my pumpkin plants that I seeded, they're ready to be put in the ground. So I'm excited about that, getting that. And talked a lot of negative stuff, so we'll share a good thing. The wheat has really started to turn, and it's going to be ready here soon. I wish I noticed last week that just down at the bottom, it was starting to turn brown. So you can see the heads are still green, but that's going to be coming up. So after I get the corn planted, 2 big things I've got to do is I've got to start harvesting the wheat, which that's, you know, time consuming because it's just no fast way around doing small scale grain. Got to do that, and I've got to build the chicken coop, which I'm probably going to start working on that here a little bit at a time, getting stuff ready. So when I have a good day to go at it, I can hopefully knock a bunch of it out. But I will have a video coming up about my fanning mill. I'm going to be using that to clean the wheat, and we'll see that in a video. I'll probably have a video of showing what I'm going to be doing to it because it needs a little bit of work. Nothing major, just stuff I got to adapt to it. But yeah, so we're going to be having wheat soon, and hopefully the corn. So, well, everybody have a nice evening. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys later.